That's what I'm saying. It seems like it's going to be a really fun Thanksgiving.
Play everyone, bet on everyone, win tons of money.
And welcome back to Couch Football, our Thanksgiving special. And we were dragged to Vegas by Caleb, as I mentioned in the last episode. And that's the sound of our stocks going down. Caleb dragged us to Vegas, and he, within 10 minutes of being at Planet Hollywood, he convinced me to put everything that I brought on 36 Black. And that is why we rode the bus home.
We actually owned the bus because he won.
Now, it turns out I'm a liar because I'm a liar from last week because Caleb did not go to Vegas. I heard that our parents were going to Vegas, and naturally I think I just assumed that meant Caleb was going to Vegas.
Makes sense. Checks out.
Yeah, I follow that logic.
Caleb can't resist going to Vegas. But we've got... So yeah, this is Luke, Ryan, and Caleb. Caleb, it's been kind of a tradition for him to be here for the Thanksgiving episode, except for last year when we took the season off because Ryan didn't want to do it, you know?
Yeah, I was in a dark place during that time, and I just didn't want to talk about football.
Truth be told, I just didn't feel like it, but we're back now, so shut up. But anyways, we're going to do some Week 12 reactions. We've got NFL news, and we're going to preview each of the Thanksgiving games, plus the Black Friday game, and then we're going to finish it all up with the fantasy window. So, all right, so Week 12 reactions. Bears won again. I'm just going to keep, every time the Bears win, they're going to get a nod during the reaction segment.
It keeps happening. And it was against the team with a positive record.
Yeah, but the sad thing is what happened, what I said last week did happen, and Rodgers did not play, so now everyone in every YouTube comment section and Reddit is saying, oh, well, the Bears beat the Steelers without Aaron Rodgers, so that's exactly what I thought was going to happen, which is why I wanted Rodgers to play. Because
well, I stand by my comments.
It's just Caleb on 1,000 ghost accounts. But no, well, I mean, let's be clear. Aaron Rodgers has not been a world beater this year. But I will say what was very encouraging for me in the Bears one was the play action game. So when it came to just timing in general for the offense, like Caleb Williams was getting the ball out quicker than he has all season. And it was because when he did try to hold on to the ball, it turned into a TJ Watt strip sack touchdown. So after that, they dialed things up to where speed was everything. And yeah, I mean, I think it's probably, other than the Cowboys game, it's the best the Bears offense has looked all year. And it was against a pretty good defense on paper, not for fantasy. They're bad for fantasy. And then, I mean, the Chiefs won. We previewed that game. Ryan and I both took the Chiefs to beat the Colts. They barely snuck out an overtime victory.
We knew it was going to happen.
That's right. Ryan said they win by a field goal with 3 minutes left in overtime.
If I recall.
And then other games, Giants almost beat the Lions. They were this close. Jameis Winston, it took a week longer than it did when I took some of the Giants players in the fantasy window. But I mean,
so you were right. Just a week late.
A week delayed. Okay. But also, I took Darius Slayton, and he ended up being a last second. Well, not a last second, but he ended up being inactive. So, but anyways, Winston had a good game, and so did Wan'Dale Robinson. I'm just saying, Jackson Dart, don't rush yourself back.
The question is, who's the better receiver, Winston or Wan'Dale? Because the touchdown from Winston, I tell you, I don't think I've ever seen a slower 33-yard touchdown.
It was
a good stiff arm, though.
It was a good stiff arm.
Yeah, that play was hilarious. Last night, well, we're recording this on Tuesday, but Panthers 49ers was the Great Interception Bowl.
Oh my goodness.
It was who can throw more picks. For a while there, I thought Ryan was going to end up beating Cole because Cole played Brock Purdy.
Purdy just
negative 6 points off of picks. Well, so did Bryce Young. It was a no, you take it.
Off of those 3 interceptions, I think they only got a field goal. So they got the turnovers. They just didn't do anything with them.
Yeah, it was, I think, so Bryce Young threw 2 and Brock Purdy threw 3. And they were all in the first half. So That was a pretty crazy game. I was playing in one league. I was playing against McMillan and Jawan Jennings, and they both got touchdowns. I did still win, but for a while there, I was getting a little nervous because I played Rico Dowdle, and the Panthers. I've said it before. They are what I think they're almost completely undefeated in games where Rico Dowdle gets 25 or more touches, and then games like last night where he gets like 10, they lose. Imagine that.
Yeah, I will say, with the Panthers, I don't understand. If I was coaching the Panthers, I would literally give it to Rico Dowdle 45 times. I would just hand it to him 45 times and then throw it off play action to McMillan 5 times. That's what I would do. That's how they beat the Packers.
I mean, it works for the Niners. They give it to McCaffrey 45 times a game.
McCaffrey's a little better than Dowdle, I'd say, but
I saw a stat that McCaffrey is going to be the first player in NFL history to lead the league in both targets and rush attempts at the same time.
Yeah, sounds about right.
that's hilarious. I mean, he is... Now that Taylor's had a couple of bad games, McCaffrey is firmly in the number one spot, but he still hasn't had his bye week yet, but I don't think it's going to make a difference at this point. McCaffrey's like a guaranteed 25 points a week. So, trade deadline was happening in our league. We did it a week later this year, and nothing super exciting except for Cole once again treating draft picks like candy.
He got Jahmyr Gibbs though, so
I mean, it was a good trade for him. I think a 2 for Gibbs is pretty. After he scored 50-something points, I think that's a fine trade. The Debo trade was a little.
Oh, I was over at his
adequate.
house, and I gave him some flack for that.
Okay, I was gonna say, did you tell him to do it?
No.
Yes, do that trade.
So
Caleb would have traded like a 10th for
what's funny about
Debo.
the Debo trade is I sent that trade in on like Wednesday, and I totally forgot about it. And then Monday rolled around, and I was like, oh yeah, I still have that trade out.
He did the same thing to me. He texted me during the game last night, and it was because I offered him James Cook for a 3rd rounder, and then I withdrew the trade because I was like, you know what, maybe I am gonna try to run the table now because I wasn't expecting to win.
Plus, JSN was weighing you down.
That's right. I would have had top score if I would have played if I still had JSN. But no,
You idiot.
Ryan is upset about that trade. Ryan really just wanted JSN. That's what it is.
No. Luke got played and he knows it.
How did I get played?
If you would have traded Jason to me, then
I would have had a worse pick coming back.
No. You could have traded Bijan to Caleb then, because his running backs suck.
Brees Hall and Chase Brown, and I got Hampton coming back.
Hampton still okay. The window opened up for him to come back, but it's a 21-day practice window.
Hey, Ryan, we're not talking NFL news yet.
Okay,
Stay in your lane.
just let me comment.
Reese, you did not raise your hand.
Okay, we can talk about it later, but yeah, they're.
No, but Cole sent me a screenshot of the trade that I withdrew from with James Cook, and he was like, send that back to me. He was like, I'll accept it now. And I was looking at it, and I was like, because at the time I was trying to get DeVonta Smith to, potentially try to run the table. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to send it back to him. It really was going to depend on how the rest of the game played out. Because about the median stuff, I didn't hit the median. And then Cole made the Gibbs trade, and he texted me and said, never mind. And I was like, all right, I have to play Cole next week. So that's going to be rough. He literally has my dynasty team in couch, and he's going to play him against me because I have McCaffrey and Gibbs in my dynasty.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be brutal. But yeah, comparing the Debo Samuel trade to Nolan and I's DeVonta Smith trade, I think I made out like a bandit.
What'd you get Smith for, an 8th?
An 8th, getting a 12 back.
Okay.
And you gave
6th
for a 15 with
Yeah.
Debo.
Yep.
So I think I did pretty good for DeVonta Smith. DeVonta Smith's the wide receiver 14 on the year. So I was trying to get a higher end wide receiver too, and I think I got one.
He's all boom bust.
Exactly. And when you're going up against 2 playoff teams in back-to-back weeks, that's what you need. You need the ultimate boom or bust.
Yeah, he's better than A.J. Brown.
We'll see. Because, yeah, I've got to play Cole and then Ryan, and they both are going to be playoff teams. So, okay.
Well, we don't know. I haven't locked up a playoff spot yet, but
It'll come. Any other Week 12 reactions that you guys got?
we're not going to comment on the Browns and their new starting quarterback.
Shador.
Nobody's going to say anything about
I mean, he looked
the
okay.
legacy.
He looked okay for the Raiders, for playing against the Raiders.
George Sanders' first NFL win right now.
I mean, did you see that swing pass, that 45-yard swing pass to Dylan Sampson? No quarterback in the world can make that throw.
I didn't watch the game, so no, I did not see that.
It's literally behind the line of scrimmage, just pop it over to him, and then he ran for 45 yards.
Hey, completion?
Right, but they were literally... The NFL literally made it the number 15 best play of the week. And they didn't have... Did you guys see George Pickens' catch against the Eagles where he straight up mosses 2 defenders? Either way, that didn't make top 15, but Shador's...
No, we did not.
Shador's...
I own him. No, I did not see it.
Shador's screen pass did make the top 15, so it's a little ridiculous. But no, I mean, he looked fine. He looked better than Gabriel, I'd say.
He is now the...
Didn't target Jerry Jeudy as much as Gabriel, though, in the last game that Gabriel played. So I don't know how to feel about that. I have Jeudy. So.
That's true, but he is now the starting quarterback for the Browns. Dylan Gabriel is no longer the starter.
That's true.
Dylan Gabriel is no more.
The only other thing for Week 12 was Cowboys beating the Eagles was pretty surprising. They scored, 24 in a row on them?
Yeah.
And I saw a stat somewhere that if you take the top 10 worst offensive halves of the season, the Eagles have 4 of them, which is pretty shocking at 8-3.
There's going to be another one after Black Friday.
Ooh, Black Friday.
Because the Bears have a really good defense, let me tell you.
They did.
Hey, they're going to get Jalen Johnson back.
They
and maybe Kyler Gordon.
They were great against the Vikings.
They still have no linebackers.
Everyone's great against the Vikings.
Not everybody knows this.
I was listening to a podcast this week, and they said, at this point we can say definitively, J.J. McCarthy does not belong in the NFL.
He's the Josh Rosen of the Vikings. Shout out if you know.
You guys are just trying to make Rovers mad now. You guys are just trying to aggravate the one listener.
J.J. McCarthy might not play this next week. They might go to their backup, who is their third string.
I did read the
Max Brosner?
So
Max Crosby?
Yes.
If you thought your expectations for Justin Jefferson couldn't get any lower, think again. I will say one thing about the Bears beating the Steelers with literally no linebackers. Because that's another thing. People were like, oh, well, it was against Mason Rudolph. I'm like, yeah, and 7 out of 11 defensive starters didn't play. Mm-hmm. I will say, I've given Dennis Allen some flack this year for some of the defensive calling, but he called a quite good game, I think. Like, they covered everything pretty well, except for... Apparently, Kenneth Gainwell and Jalen Warren are world beaters. I don't know why they couldn't stop them, but
they're pretty good.
Yeah, I was glad Gainwell got pushed out at the 1 because I was playing against him, and that touchdown might have made things a little dicey for me.
And just to give a little bit of depth, they were playing linebackers that they had called up from the practice squad that week.
Yep. So
that's how deep they're having to go to find people to play the position.
Yeah, they're also on like their 4th corner. But like I said, Jalen Johnson should be back. But we'll talk about that when we get to the game. So, okay.
The 4th corner is what makes it a square.
What rectangle though?
Maybe.
Parallelogram in general. Okay.
I'm more of a trapezoid man myself.
All right, let's check in on the news team.
News team, assemble!
Okay, NFL news. Ryan loves this. The Bills signed Brandon Cooks.
Why do I love this?
Because you are all about Shakir, and now the slice of the pie got even smaller.
Shakir got 17 points in PPR last week. He'll be fine.
Bold take by Ryan. Right out the gate.
I'm playing him.
You're playing Shakir. I mean...
Better than Trey Tucker.
I was going to say, you have to. Trey Tucker's terrible. I know, because I played Trey Tucker last week.
Gross.
Yep. I was forced to do it. It was terrible. Okay, Ryan already mentioned it before, but the Chargers opened the practice window for Amari and Hampton. So probably won't play this week if I had to guess, but maybe next week.
It's a 21-day window. So Caleb was all excited about starting him. Probably going to have to wait.
Hey,
I'm still going to start him.
Hey, I'm excited to start him too.
You can do what you want. I mean, Luke almost played Keenan Allen the other week when he was on bye.
That's right. No, I'm excited for him to come back too because Ryan and I have been reduced to playing Tyrone Tracy in the league that I have Hampton in.
Oh, man.
Yep. It's bad. Yeah. Actually, last week wasn't so bad, but some of those weeks were terrible. Why does Devin Singletary get all of the goal line work?
I don't know.
Okay. Isaiah Pacheco will play on Thursday. So, does that steer you guys off of Kareem Hunt?
Well, he got 30 carries last week.
So now he'll get 15?
Why not? I mean, you can pick him up and try to flex him. He's probably dropped in most leagues by now.
Yeah, Pacheco?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, it's Dallas, so that's why I'm fine with playing Kareem Hunt. And honestly, I'm probably fine with taking a flyer on Pacheco because Dallas is terrible.
I will say, though, since they've got Quentin Williams, they've been a lot better against the run.
It is true. Yeah, they're on the uptick in that. They're still terrible against receivers, though.
Yes, they
so. Okay, so Baker Mayfield, apparently it's a low-grade sprain on the shoulder, and they haven't ruled him out yet for this week. So, yep, we'll see what happens. But either way, I mean, Igbuka's stock has been tanking lately. You're not really starting any other pass catcher for them. You're definitely not playing Godwin. There are Buccaneers fans that want them to trade away Godwin right now. I don't know what you're going to get for Godwin, though, at this point.
Trade him to the Bills. They're taking guys.
That's right. Trade deadline's over, Ryan.
But Buccaneers are going to play Teddy Bridgewater then?
The Predator? Yeah.
Nobody calls him that.
My dad called him that.
Just because he has dreads?
That's right.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because our dad is he's I'd say a casual Buccaneers fan. So he saw Mayfield was out when he tuned in. He was like, "Who's the Predator looking guy? Where's Mayfield?" But yeah, I mean, with Bridgewater, I mean, they're gonna get Bucky Irving back. It sounds like so. Bucky Irving, you'll play for the Buccaneers, but you probably aren't gonna play any other Buccaneer, unless like you're forced to play Igbuka. But yeah, CJ Stroud remains in concussion protocol. I don't know what's going on with that, but.
He got a concussion. That's what's going on.
That's right. He's going on his
insight.
He's going
this
on
is why
his
we have
third
Caleb
week
on the podcast because these hot takes.
That's right. The Vikings have placed JJ McCarthy on the bad list. Just kidding. He's in concussion protocol. Ryan already talked about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shedeur Sanders, starting quarterback. We talked about that. Joe Burrow is expected to play on Thanksgiving.
But not quarterback.
That's right. Since T. Higgins is out and Trey Hendrickson, he's going to play both sides, just like Travis Hunter.
Is he going to be the placeholder for the kicker or something? I mean, what non-contact position can he play?
I heard that Burrow will play quarterback and Joe Flacco is going to fill in for Trey Hendrickson on defense.
Oh. Be interested.
But yeah, Higgins and Trey Hendrickson are both out, but Burrow's back, so fire up Jamar Chase. I mean, you were already playing him anyways, so.
No, I wasn't. He spits on people.
That is true. You had to take a week off. And then Alvin Kamara suffered a sprained MCL, but I don't even know if that's really, at this point, were you even playing him?
Honestly, all of us Kamara owners all kind of have a sigh of relief because they're like, "Oh, good, we don't have to start him now."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was gonna play him until I swapped for Emmanuel Wilson.
I was going to play him at least once more this season because in the Dynasty League I only have 3 running backs, McCaffrey, Gibbs, and Kamara, and McCaffrey still has his bye. So I'm going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel that week for my RB2.
Gross.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's all I got for like any big injury news. Yeah, that's it for news. Let's go ahead and transition. And we are into our Thanksgiving game previews. It's the best day of the year.
Isn't that Christmas?
No, well, first of all, it's Halloween.
Oh.
And then it's Thanksgiving. And then it's St. Patrick's Day. And then it's Veterans Day. And then
more of a Flag Day,
and then it's Memorial Day,
Right.
Labor Day,
or Donut Day. That's a good day.
Right, and then there's Talk Like a Pirate Day, where you can go to Krispy Kreme and get a free donut.
That's not true.
It used to be a thing though.
Oh, okay.
Krispy Kreme, you can get a dozen free donuts for your birthday. Did you know that? On your birthday month, a dozen.
Maybe your birthday is the best day.
No, I'm just saying, Krispy Kreme. Shout out Krispy Kreme, not a sponsor, but...
Yeah, Krispy Kreme.
Not a sponsor, but you could be for a nominal fee.
The double Ks.
That nominal fee is send us 1 or 2 donuts and we'll plug you. We are very cheap on this podcast. Okay. So we're going to start with the Packers-Lions. This is the noon game because for some reason it is no longer at 11:30 like it used to be. It used to always be at 11:30 a.m. because that's when people eat Thanksgiving dinner for some reason. And now they're playing this game at noon, but it's Packers at 7-3-1 and it's the Lions at 7-4. You know, they're duking it out to see who's going to come in second to the Bears. Hoorah. I mean, rah.
Vegas does not agree with you, by the way.
Shut up. I don't care what Vegas thinks. Gabe, you're supposed to be in Vegas right now. Why don't you go console Vegas?
You're talking about we are in Vegas.
That's right. Is that what I said? I thought I said we just got back from Vegas. Now we're getting caught up in a lie. Okay, so Ryan will pull up the betting lines. So for the Packers, Jacobs missed a week, and he's questionable to play. Matthew Golden's questionable. Who cares? And then
he was a first-round pick. People care.
he's dropped in most fantasy leagues. And then Quay Walker, Keyshawn Nixon, and Javon Bullard, all questionable on defense. Quay Walker's a pretty big one for them. So, and then the Lions, we've got Khalif Raymond, Brock Wright, Taylor Decker. Pretty much their entire offensive line is questionable. And then Terrion Arnold and Kirby Joseph are all questionable. It's a short week, though, so these are estimated practice reports, and they almost always lean towards the side of caution when it comes to these reports. So you can't really trust these injury reports this week.
I don't know. I mean, Jacobs might not play. He did practice.
I mean, that could be true, but
it was
like
limited.
I got so many notifications today that were like, oh, so-and-so is limited, and someone that's playing Thursday or Friday, and I'm like, yeah, they were estimated to be limited. So, okay, what are the betting lines on here?
Yeah, so Yahoo Sportsbook. Who do you think Vegas took to win this game, Luke?
The Lions.
Yeah, Detroit. -2.5. And over-under at 49. So usually when these games are within a field goal, it's pretty good to bet on the spread. So would recommend. Yahoo seems kind of split. Out of 10K people, 51% took Detroit, 49 took the Packers. So anyone's game, it looks like.
Yep. Was it Packers-Lions 2 years ago when the Packers upset the Lions when they were on a tear?
Yep.
And then
That's right.
to open up this season, the Packers upset the Lions.
Yep.
Do you remember the game? It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh,
all
I
the
remember. Ryan, I was sitting at home. I was biting into my turkey club sandwich that I made myself from scratch.
Oh, okay.
And I was watching that game because my
games.
family doesn't love me.
I was at my wife's 102-year-old grandma's house watching the game.
Well, who was having the better time?
102. Was she even alive when TVs were invented?
Actually, probably not.
That's a good question.
But yeah, so when it comes to the Packers being able to upset the Lions again on Thanksgiving, or for the second time this season, I mean, I think it's definitely a possibility, especially with all of the injuries to the Lions' offensive line. That's the heart of their team, you know, besides Jahmyr Gibbs. But
He's pretty good.
I think that 50-50 is a fair split. I could see this game going either way.
Do you? Detroit's number 2 in the league in points scored.
Yeah, but the Packers already beat them once.
That is a fair point.
Yeah.
But it was an off game for them. I mean, come on.
I mean, it definitely was. The Week 1 game was just weird. It was the Lions. The Lions just seemed really unprepared to start the season, which is weird because that's the last thing I would have ever described a Dan Campbell team as, is unprepared. But that was the vibe I got. And also the Packers, they were riding so high off of the Parsons trade. That happened like a week before. But if you remember when the Bears traded for Khalil Mack, they were riding high for like a half, and then they lost to the Packers in the second half. 20-something point comeback. So, yeah, fantasy-wise, I think whichever running back for the Packers is starting, you're going to start in fantasy.
I think you can still flex Wilson. You might vulture a TD.
Yeah, it might be a tough call, but Christian Watson, he's become a relatively trustworthy starter, considering that you can scoop him up. He's still a free agent in most leagues. You can still scoop him up, and good for 9 points last week, good for 20 the week before that. I call him startable in a pinch, and I say the same thing about Romeo Doubs. Matthew Golden, you're not playing. you're not playing any Packers tight end that's not Tucker Kraft. You know what? Maybe you're playing Tucker Kraft, just on the off chance that he's feeling a little bit better.
Packers are like, are you sure you can't play?
He's in a wheelchair and he just wheels back out onto the field. Okay, and then Lions-wise, you're starting them all, right? You're starting Goff, you're starting Gibbs, you're starting Montgomery, you're starting Amon-Ra. Caleb is iffy on Jameson Williams, it sounds like.
Yeah, I have been all season.
But in this matchup, Ryan, what was the over-under? 40, 48?
49.
So 49. In an over-under like that, I'd take Jameson Williams. I think it'll be a competitive game.
Higher scoring game is what it's projected.
Yeah, and then Brock Wright, probably not playing any of the tight ends in this game, but Brock Wright I think he's a decent stash, depending on who you're playing at tight end right now. Okay. Any other things that are noteworthy for this game?
I do think Detroit is going to win this, but one thing to note for the Packers, they are number 1 in third down efficiency, which for a team that's kind of middle of the road for points scored and yards and all that is, I would say, pretty impressive. So it just shows that the Packers can move the ball down the field. So the Lions will have to keep pace, I think, with the Packers. They don't give up a lot of 3-and-outs.
Yeah. And then, the Lions' defense has been beat up all year. They have 5 players on IR and 2 that are already listed as out.
Oh, the Bears have more than that.
Well, yeah, the Bears are the most banged up defense in football, but the Lions have been banged up all year too. So, that's why, I'm fine with playing Christian Watson, and I'm fine with playing Romeo Doubs.
I worry about the back end of their defense, especially because last week with Wan'Dale Robinson, with James Williams, he averaged 17 yards a catch.
All right, but Caleb, Jordan Love is not Jameis Winston, all right?
Good
He's
point.
way worse. Everybody loves Jameis Winston. That was one of my favorite sleeper comments. Okay, first of all, sleeper comments can be brutal. Like, when Rachaad White steals a touchdown from Bucky Irving, he's getting, death threats on sleeper. But that was one of my favorite ones with Jameis Winston, or it was when they moved from Russell Wilson to Jackson Dart, the top sleeper comment was, just do what everyone wants and skip Dart and go straight to Winston.
One of the comments I saw was, the 2 sweetest words in all of fantasy football, Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
If this is it for him, at least you got the one game. I was hoping that game would have come against the Packers. It was kind of wishful thinking as a Bears fan. But I'm glad that he at least had one game where it's just like, okay, yeah, the dude that throws 1,000 times, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he throws a pick or not. It's good to know that guy's still around. I wish the Raiders would have... The Raiders should have traded for him at the trade deadline. I was upset that they didn't, so... Okay, well, we got to take a winner now.
I already took the Lions to win. They're number 2 in points scored. I think they're just going to throw the ball,
All right.
and run with Gibbs.
All right. I am going to take the Packers to upset them again on Thanksgiving.
That's a bold take.
Didn't you say 49% of people are taking the Packers?
Yeah, but it's less than half.
On paper, the Lions are a better team. But the Lions have had... you know what? Both these teams have had some really embarrassing losses. The Packers, the Browns, and the Panthers. But the Lions have had games where they just don't know how to play from behind. The Chiefs game on Sunday Night Football was a good example of this. And that's how the Lions are. I think if the Packers get out to an early lead, then the Lions are going to be in trouble. And that's been the case throughout the entire course of Dan Campbell's coaching career with them, is that it's a great team, but if they have to play from behind by 2 scores, there's probably a 60% chance they don't pull out a win. So, all right, Caleb, who's your pick?
Well, this is an interesting one because I would say if the Giants had beaten the Lions last week, then the Lions would beat the Packers by 40 points. Because they always play really, really, really good after a loss. However, in this case, it pains me to go against the chicken noodle, but I think I'm going to have to here. I'm going to take the Packers. I think the Lions, they are a different team at home. They play better. But I think the Packers' defense has played quite a bit better the last few weeks, and I think that offensively, they haven't really hit their stride yet, and I think this is going to be the week they do that.
Oh, so you like
Taking
the
the Lions.
Packers, do you?
No, taking the Packers.
One thing to note, Packers did beat the Giants, and the Lions just lost to the Giants, so
They didn't lose the game. They won in overtime.
No, the Lions lost. Jameer Gibbs won.
That's right.
Everybody 3
wins.
touchdowns and 200 yards.
That's right.
Fair point.
But yeah, so speaking of Green Bay, I'm looking at a sleeper post, and someone says, "Hot take: Dallas gets farther in the playoffs than Green Bay does." Dallas is gonna get eliminated from the playoffs in like 2 games because we're about to preview it. We'll get to it, but it's a picture of George Pickens though. So some people are saying George Pickens is the new wide receiver 1 for Dallas.
He is. That's right.
I mean, that is 2 really good weeks in a row. While CeeDee Lamb, this last week at least, CeeDee Lamb was less than adequate. All right, so Ryan took the Lions. We both took the Packers.
You guys are crazy.
Let's flip to the next game. You know what? We'll see what happens, Ryan. How about that?
Okay. I'll watch.
We've got the 6-5 Chiefs at the 5-1 Cowboys. This will be the 3:30 game. I will say this year in particular, I really like the slate of games we get between Thursday and Friday.
Would your opinion have changed if Burrow wasn't playing?
That is, yes, it would. But since Burrow is playing, I am really liking this. So injury-wise, we mentioned Pacheco will be back. Trey Smith is doubtful, so right guard for the Chiefs, and they're pretty healthy on defense, other than the players that have been on IR pretty much all season. So, and then the Cowboys, George Pickens is questionable, but once again, this is the we estimated him to be a light participant in practice because we didn't actually practice, so he's questionable. Tyler Guyton is doubtful. They're a left tackle, and then a couple injuries on defense. Malik Hooker in the secondary, Donovan Wilson in the secondary. I mean, who really cares? They're going to allow 1,000 receiving yards anyways. So, and then, let's get the betting lines from Ryan. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the Chiefs are favored by 4.5.
Nope. Favored by 3.
It's always when you try to chip the line a little bit.
Kansas City -3, over under at 52. Popular pick.
I think it'll be more high scoring than Lions Packers.
They do, and the reason is Cowboys are second to last in points allowed. So
Yeah, it's fair.
one would assume it'd be a high scoring game. In terms of popular pick, though, out of 12K people, 70% took Dallas. So
There's more people in Texas than in Kansas City.
that's probably the case. Yeah.
I make that joke at least once an episode.
I also think people hate the Chiefs, so they're like, I don't want to pick them. I'll pick the other team.
I don't understand. On paper, they're the better team, but
It's funny to me the amount of people in the general population that don't understand like hedge betting. Like, I have to explain it to so many people, and I'm like, no, I bet on the thing that I don't want to happen. It's such a foreign concept to a lot of people.
I will tell who's ever listening. I advise Luke not to do this because there's no scenario in which he's totally happy.
Last night, I won in every league, and I was positive on my bets.
Okay.
Because McMillan and Jawan Jennings both caught touchdowns. Which
Even a blind squirrel is right twice a day.
And I have put $25 on the Packers to win the Super Bowl for every year for the last 10 years. And you know what? They've never won the Super Bowl. You're welcome.
I think you're actually thinking they might win the Super Bowl, and so you're betting on them to win. Caleb is a closeted Packers fan. Let's just get that
You act
out
as
there.
if I just picked them to win.
You do every year.
Caleb has a Packers jersey. I've seen it.
Caleb.
Well, it says Trubisky. I almost wore my Trubisky jersey here.
It's actually Pat O'Donnell when they stole our punter away.
I was looking at my closet the other day, and my wife literally put my Trubisky jersey in my closet. And I was like, what is this doing?
Okay, fantasy-wise, Chiefs, you're playing Mahomes, even though he's kind of been a dud lately, but you're playing Mahomes. I think we all said we would probably play Kareem Hunt, right?
Yes, you play Hunt.
Yeah, and then Pacheco?
No.
I wouldn't off the injury.
Yeah, me neither. And then Rashee Rice, he's a must start.
Yes.
Xavier Worthy.
You can bench him. If you need someone.
You can start him in this match.
I'm playing him against Dallas. I'll say that. Hollywood Brown, you're out on. Kelsey is surprisingly startable. He's like the tight end, like 3 or 4 on the year now. And then defense, you're probably out on both defenses in this matchup.
Chiefs have a sneaky good defense, but Dallas scores points. So
Yeah. So Dak, you're probably playing Dak. Javonte, I'd say Javante's a must start. CeeDee Lamb is a must start. George Pickens is a must start. Jake Ferguson is. I'd still put Ferguson in must start territory. He gets too many red zone targets to as a tight end to not have him be a startable tight end. So, you guys disagree with any of those takes?
Nah, sounds about right.
I just disagree with George Pickens in general. I don't like that he's doing well.
I was gonna say he's like the wide receiver 3 on the year.
He's the wide receiver 2.
Is he the 2?
I'm happy for him.
What's funny is I have him and I didn't know that.
I projected he was not going to do good this year, and he's doing phenomenal.
Dude, you know what's crazy about Pickens is that, Caleb, if you remember, like week 2, I called you up and I was like, I drafted Pickens. It was a horrible mistake. I need to drop this dude. And then the fourth quarter he caught a touchdown. I was like, okay, he bought himself just a little bit more time. And then when Lamb got injured, all of a sudden he became a world beater. And now Lamb is back, and he's still Dak's safety valve. Like, anytime Dak is in trouble, he looks for Pickens.
He gets more points than Lamb. It is ridiculous.
Right now he is, yeah. I do expect that to change. I don't think that's going to... Well, to be fair, though, Pickens runs routes that Prescott always... Like, Dak was always more likely to throw these kind of possession receiver routes. I mean, it's the reason why what's his name? Cole Beasley.
I was just going to say, more of a Cole Beasley guy than a Dez Bryant, you know?
But there were certain players that, like, you wouldn't, in a vacuum, you wouldn't start them in fantasy, but Dak made them startable because Dak often would kind of take some of the safer plays. Now, the great thing about Lamb is that Dak felt more comfortable tossing the 70-yard bomb Lamb's way. But now, like, he's got both. And they can both coexist peacefully. I mean, they were in Vegas with Caleb, drinking and smoking and gambling and doing all kinds of stuff, and that's why they had to miss the first drive of the Raiders game.
Hey, we had a good time, all right?
Oh, well.
It was the funniest thing ever. Did you hear CeeDee Lamb's comment on that?
No.
Apparently, some bystander said they saw CeeDee Lamb throwing up out in the sidewalk at like 3 a.m, and they asked CeeDee Lamb about it, and he was like... I can't remember the actual quote. He's like, that's just disrespectful. He's like, I know how to hold my liquor.
Doesn't even deny it. No, Pickens he's been over. All right, here's a question for you. They played 11 games. How many games has Pickens been over 60 yards receiving in 11 games?
Yes. Oh, you wanted a number?
I want to say week 1 he didn't get it.
9.
He has been 9 of 11. Good job.
Yeah, because he didn't get it week 1, and I don't think he got it week 2. But he did catch a touchdown, right?
Week 2 he got it. He got it week 2.
What was the week he didn't get it then?
Against the Jets, he only got 57 yards, but he got a touchdown.
Jets are a good defense.
So
yeah. He let you down like probably week 1, and that's it, right? Is that his only less than like 10-point week?
In PPR, the lowest he's had other than that was 12 points.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he has been quite the steal when it comes to fantasy football. And it's funny because I hated drafting him, and like I told Caleb, I was so close to benching him. But the Lamb injury definitely helped him. So
let's be honest. The game we all want as fantasy fans is the Bengals versus the Cowboys. All right, that's the Super Bowl we want.
We already got it. We got Bengals versus Bears, and it was 90 points scored between the two of them.
That's
over under be 100 points.
That still feels low. Okay, so yeah, we got through all the fantasy. Let's do an old-fashioned team breakdown. I'll be curious to see our picks. So, team breakdown, we're just going to go through 5 categories, and we're going to say who we think is starter or who we think is better at the category. And then we will see where we sit after that. So, first category is quarterback. We got Mahomes, and we've got
Dak.
Dak.
Well, I'll start. In this matchup, And actually, probably this season, I would take Dak. Dak's been better than Mahomes this season. He's got more touchdowns. He has comparable yards, same amount of interceptions, and he's on a much worse team. Defense-wise, he's been a better quarterback. If you watch Dak play this year, he's playing like an MVP.
All right.
I'm going the other way. I'm going to Mahomes because he's been playing.
How does it feel to be wrong?
Let me tell you. Let me tell you about this, Caleb. Mahomes has been doing his thing without any receivers. You know,
Never she Rice. What are you talking about?
And
everybody
Travis Kelce.
just keeps getting hurt. Who does Dak have? He had CeeDee Lamb, who then got hurt, but then George Pickens waiting in the wings. You know, Dak has all this talent around him, and Mahomes has to create it for himself. So, why are you giving me that look?
I was gonna say Mahomes, but you're starting to make me doubt myself.
Look, Mahomes has a defense. The Cowboys have no defense. And they're almost the same record. 5-5-1, 6-5. And it's all because Dak scores 35 points a game. Cowboys are first in points per game. I'm sorry, they're fourth in points per game at 29, and then they're first in yards per game at 387. And that's mostly Dak.
Yeah.
Javonte Williams.
Dak has
Doesn't
a
matter.
better passer rating. I think he has slightly less yards. They're pretty comparable yards
Oh,
wise.
so just because I took Mahomes, you're going over to...
No, Mahomes though, he's been the better rusher. Like Mahomes has been leading the Chiefs in rushing a lot. And I will say Dak has Javonte Williams, which is helping him out. This one's tough. This is a tougher one than I thought.
Who has more rushing touchdowns on the year, Prescott or Mahomes?
It's Mahomes.
Yeah, it's Mahomes.
I was gonna say
He's got
Prescott has maybe one.
You got 2.
Okay.
Your dose.
I think. You know what? So I'm gonna go with Mahomes, and the only reason I'm going with Mahomes, because he is worse stat wise. The reason I'm gonna go with Mahomes is the Chiefs' season is on the line. Cowboys is too, but I expect Mahomes to actually tighten up, whereas Dak has missed the playoffs before. I don't think he cares that much. He does, but I trust Mahomes more in crunch time than I will ever trust Dak. So I kind of begrudgingly go with the Chiefs in this one. Okay, running backs. We've got Javonte Williams. We've got Pacheco and Kareem Hunt.
Pass.
Yeah. Meaning they should pass the ball, not
That's
hand
right.
it off.
That's right. I don't have Javonte Williams.
Yeah. No, it's hands down the Dallas Cowboys. Javonte Williams is the better rusher.
Okay. I am also going to go with the Cowboys because, I don't know if any of the Chiefs running backs are actually good anymore. Like, Kareem Hunt falls in the end zone every once in a while, but I don't think that actually means he's good.
They gotta find someone. Maybe we'll draft a running back next year.
Pacheco was so good for like a year, and I don't know what happened.
So
Well, I'll tell you what happened. He runs like he runs into a brick wall every
That's right.
time
He's got angry little feet.
He's got angry feet. That's right. No, the Chiefs, they should have traded for Breece Hall. That's what they should have done. Made a lot of sense. The Jets didn't really want him, obviously, so it made a lot of sense, but they just decided not to.
Yeah.
Can they go
So
and get...
so Caleb, you taking the Cowboys?
Yeah, I'll take Williams.
Can the Chiefs go get Jamal Williams?
Can
Or Jamal Charles
Jamal Charles?
out of retirement?
I was asking Caleb last week. I was like, "You think the Bears could get Brian Urlacher to unretire?"
Maybe.
Too many linebacker injuries. Okay. Pass catchers, I'll just speed around this one. We're all going Cowboys. There's no way that we're not.
Xavier Worthy? He is worthy? Rashi Rice?
CeeDee Lamb
Travis Kelce?
is a top 5 wide receiver.
Okay.
George Pickens
Okay.
is top 10?
Top 4.
No, top 10. Honestly, though, being realistic, we've talked about like best wide receiver duos before on this podcast. Is the Cowboys the best right now? I think it is.
Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker.
We're talking about right now.
right now. Okay.
No, it's probably still Puka and Devontae Adams.
They're really good, but
Yeah, I'd go Puka and Devontae Adams. Here's the
Well,
thing.
well you
Here's the
love Puka, so we can't ask you.
That's
Luke?
Puka's the best.
Puka won me a championship one year.
Okay. They're both Puka fanboys.
Here's the thing. How can you not be a fan of Puka?
I guess I took him too, but
if Puka and Devontae Adams had the Cowboys defense, they would have 1,000 points.
That's a fair point.
like a piece or combined.
That's right. Okay, actually, that is a good question. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, C.D. Lamb and George Pickens, Devontae Adams and Puka.
And Egbuka, Godwin, Evans.
There are multiple.
When they're all healthy.
Multiple submissions. Wandell Robinson.
No.
And Malik Neighbors.
No.
AJ Brown and Devontae Smith.
Roman Dunze, DJ Moore.
George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey.
They are the best receivers on the team.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, I mean, I do think the Rams are right up there, but the Pickens and CD, they are sneaking up. I mean, they can show up to a Vegas game completely hungover and still both have like 100 yards and 2 touchdowns.
No, not CD. He can hold his liquor.
That's right.
So he's not hungover.
That doesn't mean he wasn't hungover. But
Who knows?
yeah, that was actually a hilarious play. There's like another angle of George Pickens having his 30-yard catch and run touchdown where it's CD running his route, and CD runs his route, and then he sees Pickens catch the ball. He turns and he sees Pickens like make a move, and it did not look like he was going to score at that point. But he makes a move, and then CD just starts waving. He just starts waving goodbye because he already knew that he was going to get in the end zone. So
Then you got a flag.
no, he didn't get a flag. No, because the refs probably weren't looking that way.
Leering in the in the general direction.
Okay, defense. I think we're all going to unanimously take the Chiefs, right? Cowboys are terrible.
Yeah.
I've been talking about the Cowboys defense all podcast.
Yeah, they got one pass rusher.
They used to have one pass rusher.
That's true. Jerry Jones doesn't regret it, though.
He should.
I'll take the Chiefs.
Didn't he? So hang on. Jerry Jones, he got two first-round picks for Micah Parsons, and then they immediately flipped one for Quinnen Williams.
Was it a first they traded?
It was a first, a second, and Mozzie Smith.
Wow.
I think. I'm pretty sure that's right.
Hey, offenses.
That is
win
a
you point.
terrible trade.
Well, Quentin Williams is a keeper. They're going to keep him next year. So
Yeah, that's how that works.
He's under contract. They have to
I told you they're going to keep him.
Yeah, so we take the Chiefs.
Wow, bold prediction, Caleb. Can we get this guy out of here?
Okay. And then coach, final category. Brian Schottenheimer.
No.
Considering I couldn't remember who the Cowboys coach was, I'll go with the Chiefs. I was like,
Yeah,
is it who was the Packers coach for a long time?
Matt LaFleur.
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, Mark McCarthy.
Okay. I take Andy Reid as well. I assume Ryan does the same.
Bruce Arians.
Shut up.
He looks just like Andy.
Okay, so Chiefs won 3 out of the 5 categories. So now we just got to take a winner. And I haven't been shy about this. I'm taking the Chiefs. I do think the Cowboys are going to miss the playoffs. I think they're going to lose at least 2 more games. And this will be one of them.
You realize 70% of people don't agree with you.
I'm Ryan Greiner.
I'm just saying, man, making a bold choice there, bud.
All right, well, I'll go next. And I am a little shy about this. Not like Luke, but I'll take the Chiefs as well.
Wow, bold.
Way to just piggyback off on my take.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on,
I was going to take the Cowboys, but Luke made a lot of good points. He swayed me.
To be fair, you did almost sway me on the quarterback thing. But I stuck to my guns. All right, Ryan?
Yeah.
He
Chiefs.
just wants to be different. But the voice of reason comes
It's
in.
the Chiefs' game to lose. So,
I-
on paper, there's no way you should be picking Dallas. But they do score a lot of points, and they get a lot of yards.
So I will say this. If the Chiefs lose this game, their playoff odds go down to about 46%.
What are my playoff odds right now?
Like 44%.
Pretty good.
If the Cowboys lose this game, however, their playoff odds go down to 6%.
So my couch team and the Chiefs are about neck and neck when it comes to the playoffs. What do we have in the head-to-head? Did I beat them? There's no way There's no way that it's almost 50-50 for me. My team sucks.
You trade away JSN.
I mean, that's why my team sucks. But also, I have to go through 2 really good teams. Anyways, so yeah, we all took the Chiefs. Surprising. I thought Ryan was gonna go back the other way.
I don't like Pickens.
You don't like pick'ems? You don't like having to pick winners?
Yeah. I just get pressured too much.
Or you're saying you don't like pick-ins, meaning you don't like to pick winners. See that's a little double entendre right there.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, next game. This will be the Thanksgiving night game. We got the 3-8 Bengals, who are, somehow they're still technically alive in the playoff hunt. It would take a miracle at the 6-5 Ravens, but you got Burrow coming back. This one, I kind of, before Ryan says it, I kind of want to guess the over-under, but it's going to be, I'm going to say 46.5.
Way off. 52. 52.
Man, that's rough.
5-2.
They know T. Higgins is out, right?
Apparently not. Apparently not. They have Baltimore crushing this game, though. They're coming in at -7. With a 52 over-under. Man, are all these games going to be high scoring or
Dude,
something?
that's what I'm saying. It seems like it's going to be a really fun Thanksgiving.
Play everyone. Bet on everyone. Win tons of money.
I'm tempted to do a parlay where I bet the over on every game.
Get money, get paid.
Except for I won't take the over on Eagles Bears. But I think I'd be willing to take the over on every single other game.
What if the over under is 29.5?
Well, we'll figure it out when we get there. But
That'd be awkward.
I haven't looked ahead yet, so I don't know. But yeah, so Burrow is going to play. Chase Brown is healthy. And Burrow being back will give Chase Brown a leg up now. Jamar Chase is healthy, obviously. He was just suspended because he is childish. Almost as childish as the dude that punched Juwan Jennings in the balls.
I don't know if you guys covered this last time, but did you see Jamar Chase's rebuttal to it for his when he said he didn't do it? He's like, if I would have spit at him, I would have spit at his face.
Didn't they show the replay just right
Yeah, they
after?
showed it.
It's like, we can see it.
Yeah, and then he had ChatGPT write up an apology letter that he posted online.
Oh, well.
People tore it apart too. Like he does not hide. He did not try to hide the fact that it was written by AI. But anyway, so Higgins is out. You said -7 for the Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens going to kill him.
I would bet on the Bengals to cover that spread.
It
Both
is-
of these defenses are terrible.
It's at 7 points, so, usually at those round numbers, you can find some value.
Okay,
betting
so
on the spread.
fantasy football wise, I think even though it's his first game back from a while off, I think most people would be playing Joe Burrow. It's a good matchup for him. Caleb, I think, is questioning whether or not he wants to do that or Jackson Dart. They're both coming back off of injury. But, yeah, so I think most people are playing Burrow. I think most people are playing Chase Brown. Everyone's playing Jamar Chase. Here's where it gets interesting. Andre Iosivas.
No, you don't play.
Without T. Higgins
You don't play.
and Joe Burrow back.
You don't play.
He got 10 last week with Flacco.
How many of those did he catch?
I'm saying he got 10 points.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you meant targets.
Yeah, I think about touchdowns.
Now that we all know what we're talking about.
All right, so Ryan's out on him. I have him in couch, and I'm tempted to play him over, like,
Shakir.
Christian Watson.
Oh, jeez. That's a bold call.
Darnell Mooney, who had 16 points with Kirk Cousins.
I don't know. I don't want to play Mooney either, but
I would play Iosivas over him, I think, in this matchup. Caleb, Iosivas?
I'd maybe flex him if I had to, but
What about wide receiver 3?
see, Caleb
Receiver
wouldn't play
3?
him.
I don't know.
Just accept that you're wrong with this person, Luke.
With no Higgins and Burrow coming back, I think he'll be a sneaky play. I definitely think DFS, he will be in some of my DFS lineups.
Okay, I could see that. He'll be cheap.
He should be cheap because I think they ruled Higgins out after DraftKings and FanDuel got out their budgets. So I don't know. I haven't looked at how expensive he is, but okay. Ravens. Lamar Jackson's a must start. Derrick Henry is having a resurgence ever since I got chopped by him. Literally cost me the chop league and then started playing again. Zay Flowers, you're playing him in this matchup, that's for sure. Rashad Bateman, you're not playing. DeAndre Hopkins, you're not playing. Mark Andrews had a bad week last week, but he did have 3 good weeks before that, so I'd probably play Mark Andrews in this matchup. You guys agree?
I'm not playing him, but sure, if you need to play someone, play him.
It's a good matchup for him.
Grab Hunter Henry off the waiver wire if he's still there.
There's no way Hunter Henry's on the waiver
He
wire.
was in my league.
Yeah. What, your 6-man league?
No, not that league. In Crossings, he's available.
He's available on Crossings? Oh, thanks for telling me.
I think he was. Crossings or Couch?
I can't get him. I traded Caleb Jones on my fab.
Yeah, well. I saw he had like $180 dollars. I was like, what?
I got it. So we're split on playing Andrew. Wait, did Caleb, did you say anything about Andrews?
I would play him, yeah. Tight end's pretty thin. I'd play him.
And then I think everyone's probably out on Isaiah Likely. He is just not. He's never turned into what people thought he was going to turn into after week 1 last year.
Now, every year I draft him late, and then every year I drop him because he's never going to actually. I don't think he's ever going to be what he's supposed to be. But you
Why
know
do
what?
you keep drafting
We
him?
said the same thing about Pickens when he was with the Steelers, and then now look at him, best receiver in football.
That's right. Second best.
Behind
Fourth best.
Behind JSN.
No, who owns both of them? Just wanted to make him say.
You know, I didn't trade JSN to Ryan because Ryan was being super cocky about his team. You're making me have second thoughts.
Was I being cocky about my
No,
team?
it's because you wanted a 13th rounder back.
Oh, and you got a better deal with Caleb, and you also had to trade him Fab.
Fab when you're selling means nothing.
Then why'd you trade it if it doesn't mean anything?
Because it was just what Caleb needed to switch from a 14th to a 15th.
That's right. One round is worth $10.
I don't understand these two.
Ryan,
These two are brothers, and they're just like, we're gonna make this secret deal just between us. And
it wasn't a secret deal at all. We were both at my parents' house, and Caleb was like, "Hey, are you
Was
trading
anybody
JSN?"
else? Was anyone else there from the fantasy league? I don't think so. Secret deal between both of you.
What about Cole and Cody?
Yeah, that's
They
true.
dealt
That's
for,
true. That's
Gibbs.
true. They were there.
No, I told Cole he needs to trade for Gibbs.
I thought you were saying Cole and Cody were at our parents' house.
Oh, yeah, they were there.
Oh,
just like how they were in Vegas with us.
Yeah,
With George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb.
we were there with the sword.
Okay, where were we? No.
Eagles Bears.
that's later.
Well, we haven't. I mean, I am done with this team. I mean, I think this will be a really good game. I think they're all going to be really good games. This one, I think, will actually probably, if I had to pick a game to hit the over, I would probably pick this one, even though this one, I think, has the highest over out of any of them that you've said. But
All right, Luke, if you could go to the Packers Lions, the Chiefs Cowboys, or the Bengals Ravens, which game would you go to?
Eagles Bears.
No, not that one.
Probably Lions Packers, but that's just because of divisional implications for the Bears.
Lions Packers cheapest tickets are $209. Chiefs Cowboys
Not bad.
$232.
It's not terrible.
Bengals Ravens $88.
What about Bears?
All right, fine. I'll do that.
You guys want to go to that game?
Dude, the cheapest Bears tickets I could find for
How far
the
do you
upcoming
have to
slate,
drive?
$300.
It's close enough.
Yeah, the Bears tickets are $354.
Yeah, that makes sense. Why are Bears tickets always... It is very tough to be a Bears fan and go to the games because they're all so freaking expensive.
Even when it's 14 degrees out, they're still charging that.
I guess it's relative because, like, apartments in Chicago run a...
Welcome to Chicago.
So it would make sense the tickets would run high, too.
Was the Bears-Bengals game, was that in Cincinnati?
Yes.
It was, right?
Yep.
Okay. I was in Cincinnati last summer, and my wife asked me if I could go to one Bears game this year, what would I choose? And I said, probably Bears-Bengals, and I would do it the Cincinnati one. I should have gone to that game. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, it would have been a game. Ryan is getting up and leaving. He is distraught at the podcast. He is crawling under the table as we speak.
Now he's taking off his shirt. He's banging on his chest.
Now he's holding a plastic knife to Caleb's neck.
My goodness. What a scene you guys
Ryan,
have
what
made.
is that on your chest? Is that a Muppet Babies tattoo?
You know,
That is Animal from the Muppet Babies tattooed on his chest.
games are hard to get into nowadays, and that was the only one that was...
Oh, now Ryan's wearing a baby bonnet.
Because I just pulled
Ryan,
it out of...
what's funny is Ryan has no idea what we're referencing. Good stuff.
Is it though? Apparently, it's super funny, guys.
Right, you see what we're doing. We're taking what's happening. We're taking the events that are happening right now. We're turning them into a dig against you. Okay.
All right.
Who's gonna win between Bengals and Ravens?
Ravens. Moving on.
I'm gonna take the Bengals.
Joe Burrow, first game back. I mean, you could. There are worse takes.
I'm gonna take the Bengals, but I'm gonna bet on the Ravens later.
See, this is the hedge part.
So I actually, unironically, I'm going to take the Bengals here. Lamar Jackson is not quite himself. If you look at his rushing lately it's been pretty abysmal for him. I don't think he's quite himself, and I think the Bengals are used to playing him. So I think that he's going to have a hard time, even with that bad defense. I wish Trey Henderson was playing for the Bengals, but he's not. But I'll take the Bengals in a close game.
Yep, they have no defense playing at all tomorrow. But the Ravens are also not a great defense either, which is why I do think this is a fantasy gold mine. It's why I think Joseph Bosch will be a good play. I don't know if I'm ballsy enough to do it, but I'm just saying. I feel like this will be one where I won't play him, and then Monday night will come around and I'll be like, I should have played him. He got 14 points. Okay. Black Friday. Final game that we're going to preview. This game is always at a weird time. They did it last year. 2:00 p.m. is when they've decided peak viewing hours are. So 3 Central, or 3 Eastern, 2 Central. It's such a weird time for a game to start.
Noon on the West Coast, so
I guess that helps, but it's the Black Friday game is weird to me in general, but you guys know why they do it. They literally do it because the Thursday games that are supposed to be, Amazon Prime is the big deal for Thursday night football that they paid, however many $1 billion for. But the Thanksgiving games are all on network TV because that's like how the contract is set up. So to appease Amazon Prime, they decided to every year add a Black Friday game that airs exclusively on Amazon Prime. So that's the only reason this game exists. But as Bears fans, I'm not complaining. You got the 8-3 Bears at the 8-3 Eagles. This game...
Is that right? They have the same record?
That's right. And whoever wins this game will be... Well, they won't...
They will win the Super Bowl.
Well, whoever wins this game will slide up to
Basically,
the 2 seed behind the Rams in the NFC.
Basically the Super Bowl game.
So, yeah, I mean... I don't even want to know what the odds are. I'm going to assume it's Eagles negative...
You sure about that?
-9.5.
You sure about that?
Go for it. Hit me.
I'm going to say -7, Eagles.
Because you can see my phone.
I didn't look at it.
Okay.
What is it?
Well, it's not -7. It is -7.
Is it -7?
Okay.
That feels about right.
Caleb checked before coming here.
I did
Don't
not. That's just a guess.
No. He has no superpowers for picking odds. Don't.
Yeah. Over under?
Over under 44.5.
So it's the lowest scoring game of the weekend?
Yeah.
Or not, or of the Thursday, Friday.
Still a high scoring game though. Anything mid to upper 40s is a decent game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as Bears fans, I don't think any of us are really getting our hopes up for this one, right?
Hey, popular vote is the Eagles, but 46% of people took the Bears on this very professional.
It's wishful
sports
thinking.
app.
It's wishful thinking is what it is. But yeah, so Saquon Barkley's questionable once again. Walk through or whatever. So I expect him to play. Devontae Smith questionable. I expect him to play. Here's a bad one. Ben Van Sumeren.
Oh yeah, that
is
guy.
on IR. It's their fullback. I was so sad when he went down. Cried for months.
You don't know his name.
Landon Dickerson's questionable. Lane Johnson's questionable on the offensive line. And then their defense is surprisingly healthy. Reed Blankenship, their strong safety, is questionable. Bears, we talked about it before. Okay. Their linebackers, Tremaine Edmonds on IR. Dominique Robinson, questionable. Ruben Hippolyte, questionable. TJ Edwards, questionable. Noah Sewell, questionable. Tyreek Stevenson, questionable. And then Kyler Gordon And wait, where's Jalen Johnson on here? Kyler Gordon is on IR. His practice window was opened up. They're saying he has a shot to play, but we're going to find out. Okay, Jalen Johnson, yeah, he's still listed as IR too. They expect him to come back this week, and that will be a huge facelift for the Bears defense because their secondary has been bad lately.
Has it though? They're number 1 in interceptions.
That doesn't mean anything.
Did you
that
know that?
literally means nothing.
Hey, I just here spouting facts.
Yeah, they've also gone up against a really bad slate of quarterbacks. You know, Jalen Hurts has thrown 1 pick all year.
How many passes have you thrown? 5?
He's thrown 17 touchdowns.
Hey, well, he's going up against a team with a lot of interception potential. So, hey, who knows? He'll probably throw 3 during this game.
Is Jalen Carter playing for the Eagles?
You want to see if he spits on somebody?
No, is he hurt or no?
No, he's not.
Okay, so he's playing.
But after the game kicks off and he spits on Caleb Williams, he will be ejected. Why is that a thing this year? Why are players spitting on other players?
It's the new thing. It's the one thing you can do to get away with it now. You can't taunt or anything. You just spit on them.
Jalen Carter got caught immediately Jalen Carter didn't play a snap of the opening game because he got ejected for spitting on Dak, and then Ja'Marr Chase thought he got away with it and then ended up getting suspended and fined.
You know, if Troy Aikman if he was announcing this game and Jalen Carter spit on Caleb Williams, he'd be like, that Caleb Williams is disgusting. I tell you, I'd spit on him too.
Troy Aikman would say, if Jalen Carter spit on Caleb Williams, Troy Aikman would say, that's an improvement if you ask me.
He hates Caleb Williams.
Such hate.
Do you ever watch, what's the Bleacher Report show? Gridiron Heights? Mm-hmm. Did you watch their Halloween episode?
I didn't watch it.
They did a Halloween episode, and at the end credit scene, it was right after that game. It was Caleb Williams picking out a Halloween costume, and there's a voiceover that's like, I wouldn't pick that costume. And he goes to grab another one, and it's like, I wouldn't pick that one either. And then it zooms out, it's Troy Aikman standing over him, and he's like, dude, what's your problem? And he's like, yeah, Caleb Williams just not very good at making decisions. He hates Caleb Williams. But speaking for fantasy, Caleb Williams, I mean...
He's the worst.
Ryan is upset because he played him over Bo Nix 1 week.
No, it wasn't just 1 week. It was 5 consecutive weeks where I picked the wrong person.
Well, at some point, Ryan, you should have made
And it wasn't just I'll get 15 points and the other one got 20. No, I'll get 5 points and the other gets 30. Sorry, I'm a little upset still about this.
The key to this problem is to drop one of those players and take the decision away.
I did.
The Patriots, back when they had...
I dropped both. I didn't want it anymore.
The Patriots, back when they had Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi, and then all of a sudden they cut Bailey Zappi from the team.
Zappy hour.
It was because they were saying, like, it was too much for Mac Jones to constantly be on edge of whether or not he would lose his job. Of course, now Mac Jones is doing that to Brock Purdy, and Brock Purdy is throwing 3 interceptions in 1 half of football. So,
can you imagine if, like, real jobs were like this? Like, they bring somebody in, and then he's just like, you might lose your job. He's better than you. You better start picking it up.
I mean, that is how some jobs are, though. Anyways, fantasy-wise, Caleb Williams, I'd say he's a good play nowadays.
You're starting them.
It's not a great matchup, but yeah, you're probably playing him. DeAndre Swift, especially if now I'm very encouraged from the Steelers game. Now that I know that they can beat the blitz, he doesn't have to dance around in order for good things to happen. Now that I know he can actually get the ball out quickly off of a play action, which is something that before the Steelers game I was really iffy on whether or not he has that ability. Now I'm feeling better because the Eagles have a good pass rush too, and I feel confident now that Caleb Williams can beat the pressure. So yeah, I think he is startable in fantasy. DeAndre Swift, kind of a rough outing ever since Monangai had that one pop-off game, but you're still playing DeAndre Swift probably. You're playing Kyle Monangai. He keeps getting goal line work. Rome Odunze, he's approaching must-start territory. DJ Moore had 2 touchdowns last week. Flex him?
Yeah, I probably would. I'd be very hesitant to play Swift this week, actually, because he only got 8 rushes last week, and the Eagles are actually a better run defense than the Steelers. So I'd be pretty hesitant.
Yeah.
But now that you've said that, he's going to go off.
Oh, yeah. I have him in a league, so I'm trying to...
That makes sense.
Swift. So, would you play Swift or Monangai?
Swift?
I think you have to play
I think
Swift,
it's
but I'd
Swift,
rather play neither. How's that? I'd rather play Tracy.
Neither?
Would you play DeAndre Swift or would you play Kenny Gainwell?
Gainwell.
Isn't that the choice you have to make?
I'd play Gainwell. It plays on Sunday. I'd have longer to, Would I rather have the mystery box or the 7 points I know I get? Like the mystery box. Mystery box could be anything.
No,
could even
no.
be 7 points.
Whether you put off bad news, it doesn't matter.
The worst is when you bench a player because they're playing on Thursday night and then they get 40 points.
Ryan, obviously I'm playing Jackson Dart. He plays on Monday.
You're still gonna be
It is true.
upset.
I have often opted to like cut my kicker and pick up a kicker that's specifically playing Monday night. That way I can be like, there's a 9-point mystery bag over there playing on Monday night. In case I'm down 9 points.
Still have hope. It's like what they say, and It's Always Sunny with the scratch-off lottery ticket. You just hold the ticket. You never scratch it because you're a winner, potentially.
You're just not a loser.
Show it. It's just Schrodinger's cap for the average person.
That's right.
So DJ Moore, are we all saying that we would flex him?
I would.
I don't want to.
2 touchdowns last week.
He had a good game. How have his other weeks been?
Not great.
Okay.
His receiving yard total line is like 65 yards this week, which is pretty high. So I'd take that.
You take the under?
No, I don't know if I take the under or not, but that's a high line. That's my point.
I might take the under on that. Luther Burden. Probably we're not playing him in fantasy, but once again, DFS. Luther Burden is really climbing up the ranks for the Bears ever since Zacchaeus had the game where he dropped like 1 million passes. Now Luther Burden is listed as the wide receiver 3 on their depth chart. He was not 2 weeks ago. And he's getting more playing time. Colston Loveland, he is really becoming a good fantasy target, especially where you drafted him at. Now he's not as good as who's the Colts rookie tight end?
Warren?
Yeah, he's not quite at Tyler Warren's level fantasy-wise, but he's really started to come into his own. But also, I mean, he's competing against Cole Kmet for targets a lot, so it's not exactly an apples-to-apples comparison. But I like Loveland in PPR formats. I assume everyone feels the same?
I mean, I don't love him. I like him. I think he's good. I don't feel that affection as deep as you.
Okay.
So you like Loveland.
Would
Don't
you...
Loveland.
Exactly.
Well, do you like Loveland, or do you like Loveland?
See, this is what I didn't want to get into.
Ryan, I'm going to pass you a note, and it's going to say, do you like Loveland? Circle yes or no.
Pass back.
Would you play him, though?
Oh, yeah.
Would you play him over Zach Ertz?
Yeah, Zach Ertz is terrible.
Would you play him against Mason Taylor?
Yes.
Would you play him over Dalton Schultz?
Ooh, Schultz is good.
Had a bad week last week.
Yeah, but there was an anomaly.
Okay, Loveland or Kelsey?
Kelsey. Kind of Loveland or Trey McBride.
Hang on. Kelsey plays on Thursday. Loveland plays on Friday. Extra day of hope.
Well, now that he puts it that way.
If there's bad news, I want to know about it as soon as I can.
Ignorance is bliss.
It is funny because the competitive advantage is to have players playing on Thursday night because it gives you a little bit of insight into whether or not you need to be playing more boom or bust players depending on what your Thursday night players do. But it always feels so bad to play a player on Thursday night and then they get like 3 points.
See, I don't like it. In Couch, literally half my team plays on Thursday. I don't like this.
Yeah, but it's Thanksgiving.
What if they go and score, 100 points just by themselves?
I have too many Bengals. That's my problem.
Well, literally...
What a problem to have. You could have traded some to me. I would have shouldered that.
You went out of your way to pick up Joe
Flacco?
Burrow, by the way.
Yeah, Flacco's the one I wanted. Yes.
Now, I will say, what's funny about last Thursday is people kept asking me if I was going to sell my team because I was sitting at 11-11. And I was like, I got three players playing on Thursday night. I will see how they do, and that will determine whether or not I sell. Those 3 players were James Cook, who did well. He got 20 points. Woody Marks, who got 7, and Dalton Schultz, who got 2. So I naturally sold, and then I still somehow won the week. I saw the report today. I had lowest points scored in a win and biggest blowout. The other dude scored 60. I don't think I've ever seen anyone get lowest points in a win and biggest blowout.
Yeah, Scott's team is no good.
Isn't he like second in the league?
They're no good.
Oh, okay.
So I did trade away Jason. I traded away Stephon Diggs. But I got Devontae Smith, so we're gonna run the table. I'm gonna stomp Cole with Gibbs and all, and then I'm gonna stomp Ryan, and I'm gonna make it in the playoffs.
You're in the playoffs right now. You just gotta maintain your position.
It's not gonna be possible, but wishful thinking. It's only costing me an 8-12 swap to have a better receiver than who I did have. Well. Yes, actually, because Diggs was worse than Devontae Smith.
I'll trade you JSN back at the end of the season. I'll take my second back.
Why would you ever do that? Why would I ever do that?
So you can keep him.
No.
Just think about it. Don't respond now. Just think about it.
Ridiculous.
Get back to him.
Weren't you the one that countered with for Bijan, you wanted to swap sevens?
Yeah.
And do something else? You realize that your 7 is earlier than mine. Or no, my 7's going to be earlier than yours.
What do you think I wanted to swap sevens?
Why do you think I declined that trade immediately?
It was a 3rd and a 7, and I wanted a 7 and a 14th. And that's what I was
Knowing
gonna
full well that my 7 was earlier than his.
Well, we weren't swapping 7s. We were swapping the 3rd and the 7, and the 7 and the 14.
I can't
I wasn't
believe
swapping
For
the sevens.
Bijan Robinson!
I can't believe you even traded the guy. He only sends you bad trades, and you're like, oh, okay, I want to trade.
The JSN trade, I think, went pretty well.
My trades,
215 swap.
My trades in general, I feel, are pretty fair. That's what I think.
That is your own opinion.
That's what I think.
I have never gotten a good trade offer from you, Caleb.
Oh yeah, I just troll you with trades, but I didn't give
And
other people.
it's not even like 50-50. It is
Him and Clayton
heavily
both.
on one side.
Okay.
Same with Clayton.
I think we're done talking about
Walder,
the Bears
not
game.
Grassy.
We didn't pick a winner.
Oh, wait. You know what? We didn't go through the Eagles yet. Hurts, you're starting. Barkley, you're starting. A.J. Brown, you're starting. Well,
Are you?
after last week, I think you can say you're starting.
I'm
A.J.
starting
Brown.
him. I don't want him.
It's a good matchup for him. Devontae Smith, you're starting. It's a good matchup for him. Goddard, you're probably playing. Goddard's been
start him.
he's very touchdown dependent, but they have plays that are specifically scripted to get him touchdowns.
Yep.
And by scripted, I don't mean he's the first read. I mean it's a shovel pass, flip screen, weird thing to him, and he gets in the end zone from it. So, Eagles defense versus Bears. Fantasy play.
I don't hate it.
I'm not going to play him. I'd rather play the Bears than the Eagles. Unpopular opinion.
Would you care to put a wager on that?
On which defense is going to have more points at the end of this?
Yeah.
It's in Philly, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's...
Why would you say that? Okay. We'll come to terms with the wager later. Okay.
We'll have to say the terms before we make the bet.
No, you're reading a love letter to Dallas Goddard.
No. Never again.
It's gonna be about wanting to have a catch. Okay.
I mean,
Ryan, you realize that dude is 3 years younger than you.
I would like to have a catch.
Is he really?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I mean, having a catch with a pro football player is kind of the dream. So,
What if it's JJ McCarthy? He might miss you.
still a pro football
so he misses
player.
That's right. Ryan's just here, JJ, I'm wide open. And he throws it at his foot. Takes out Ryan's ankle for the 1,000th time in Ryan's life.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. So that's Bears, Eagles. We got to pick a winner.
Bears.
Eagles. Kill?
Wow.
Yeah, I'll take the Eagles.
And you guys say you're Bears fans.
Barely.
I see what you did.
Classy. No, it's... You have to doubt the Bears until you see them have a convincing win, and they have not had a convincing win. They're all within one score.
They're 8-3 right now.
They're 8-3. They're all one score. They went 6-1 in one. They've gone 6-1 in one score games, as well as barely beating the Saints by 2 scores, which they should have dominated in that game, and then the Cowboys game, which was just weird.
Unfortunately, as a Bears fan, this is actually my favorite bet of the weekend. Eagles -7 is my favorite bet. So
wow.
I think that the Eagles lost their last game and they're gonna come out on fire and they're gonna put up 20 in the first half and it's just gonna be Yeah, they're kind of poor.
And the Bears, with
So-
their current defense, cannot play from behind. Well, they can, but only by like a score. And if they're playing against a crappy offense, if they're playing against the Giants or the Steelers with Mason Rudolph, then they can come from behind. They won't be able to come from behind against the Eagles.
Let me just get this straight. You took the Packers to win and then the Bears to lose?
Yep.
Okay.
But I took the Lions to lose.
You heard it from two Bears fans.
Took the Lions to lose, too. So.
We're a realist. But yeah, we both took the Lions to lose. How you feel about that?
It's a divisional game. One has to win and one has to lose.
They could tie.
They could.
Cowboys and Packers tied. Packers could have 2 ties on the season.
That might be a close game.
Okay. Well, let's that'll do it for our game previews. Let's do the fantasy window.
Fantasy window.
Okay, so the fantasy window, this is our chance to jump up on the soapbox for some fringe starts for the week. And sometimes we do really well, like last week when I picked A.J. Brown and Ryan picked Wilson, and we were feeling pretty good. And then there are other weeks where you jump up on a soapbox for J.J. McCarthy, and then you live to regret it.
I might pick Wilson again this week. Who knows?
It's not allowed. You can't.
I'm not.
Yeah, no doublesies.
Well, you got to hype up the pick. You know?
So mine is someone who I think will be getting started by most of his managers, especially if it's people that have held on to him all season. It's R.J. Harvey versus Washington. So Washington is actually the best matchup he's going to have for the rest of the season, unless like injuries happen. Because after that, they've got Vegas, Green Bay, Jacksonville, Kansas City. So some tough run defenses. But Washington gives up a lot of points to running backs. They're one of the best matchups there is, and they're coming fresh off a bye. And obviously, J.K. Dobbins is injured, so he is going to have maximum opportunity. But also, what's nice is coming off of a bye, they've had enough time to plan on it, right? They're not just going to plug him in. If Sean Payton needed to, he's probably has plays that are scripted specifically for Harvey as opposed to J.K. Dobbins. So I'm a big fan of him this week, even though I don't have him anywhere, so I'm not going to be playing him anywhere, but I'm a big fan of him. So, all right. Ryan, you got one?
You know me.
Caleb, you got one?
I got multiple people.
I'll go next. My pick of the week this week kind of went back and forth on which one to pick, but I landed on Christian Watson for the Packers. Few reasons for this. One, I outlined this earlier. Wan'Dale Robinson had 17 yards per catch last week. I think the Packers gave up something like 10 plays over 20 yards to Jameis Winston last week. I'm sorry, the Lions gave up that to him. It's an indoor game. It's probably going to be kind of a shootout with the high over-under. Christian Watson, also, every game that he's been playing, his targets have gone up every game since he's been on the field. And he is kind of the big play guy in that offense. So, yeah, I would comfortably start him as wide receiver 3 for sure. So, and you can probably pick him up on the waiver wire in a lot of leagues. So
Not in couch.
Yeah.
Because I have him. Yeah, I mean, I think he's a fine play. I'm debating playing him myself, but the recipe for fantasy success in that game, I think, is if Detroit gets the ball first and they score immediately. Mm-hmm. Because then Gibbs and Montgomery are going to keep racking up points, and even Amon-Ra will rack up some points. And then if the Packers are playing from behind, you'll be able to count on Christian Watson, maybe Romeo Doubs, and Jacobs will still get work even if they're playing from behind, if he does play. So, yeah.
I was back and forth on Watson or Dobbs, but I ended up going with Watson because I think he has bigger play potential as compared to Dobbs, who's going to get a lot of underneath stuff and slot routes and things. So,
all right, Ryan.
So I struggled with the fringe. So I was originally gonna pick
Ryan's pick is Bijan Robinson.
No. He might do well, guys. No, I was gonna pick Jacoby Brissett, who I am not very high on, never have been. However, for 4 weeks, he's been doing really well. Like 18 points a week. So, it's not Jacoby Brissett, but shout out to him. He's been doing well.
It's Michael Wilson?
It's not Michael Wilson.
That would have been good, though.
We're going to go fringe of fringe here. It's going to be another quarterback. You got any idea? Caleb probably saw it on my phone. So.
Teddy Bridgewater.
No, his first name starts with T. You want another guess? You want me to tell you?
Tyson Bagent.
There's Tyrod Taylor. There's a lot of T names.
Yeah, but you hate Tyrod Taylor because you didn't like that they benched Justin Fields for him.
Yeah, I hate that guy. No. We're talking about the Saints quarterback here, Tyler Shuck. And it's a little surprising. Last week he scored in our league only 9 points for a QB, which is probably half of what he needs to score to be a decent QB. However, he did 43 passes, completed 30 of them, which is amazing. Now, they might have been little dump-offs.
They're all 1-yard passes.
However, he completed a lot of passes. We dwell on the positives here.
Plus,
DK
fantasy players are a point per pass.
Yeah, DK Metcalf's
You can do that.
stat line against the Bears, 5 receptions for like 19, 20 yards. The most ridiculous stat line ever.
So,
Continue.
yeah. This week they're playing against Miami, Miami's not a good team this year. So he'll have an opportunity many opportunities to air out the ball. Which, if you're getting a rookie QB to throw 40 plus times a game, I mean, magic might happen. Who knows? Again, fringe play of the week.
Yeah, Ryan, if he does end up scoring like 17, 18 points, I will let you fully do a victory lap around the table next week because I played the Falcons defense against the Saints last week, and they only allowed 4 points.
Yep, and Shuck threw an interception too, so yeah.
So, yeah, if that comes to fruition, then I will fully allow you to...
He throws a lot of passes. He's got a good matchup. Chris Olave is a top 15 wide receiver, or he should be.
I don't have the cojones to start him in a fantasy league, but I will say in
Superflex, man.
In DFS, I feel like
he's got nice hair too.
he does have nice hair.
But if you do it in DFS, you have to stack him with Olave.
You don't have to if he's
Well,
cheap enough.
Olave and Juwan Johnson
The
probably.
stack is
If
not
he's
a
cheap
thing.
enough, you don't have to stack
In
him.
DFS, the stack is definitely a
The
thing.
stack is not a thing.
Caleb Tom.
Eh.
Are you kidding me? It's definitely a thing in DFS.
Only if you have Burrow and Chase.
No. Especially if it's Showdown. If it's Showdown, you have to have the
What
stack.
about Burrow and Higgins? Does that also work?
Well, Showdown's only one game. So.
Exactly, so you have to have the stack. If your captain is a receiver, you
Of
have to
course
have the
it's
quarterback that
Of
throws
course
to
it's
him.
a stack. You only have the players in that game.
Just saying. It's very important.
Oh, one other thing I didn't say about Tyler Shuck. Played 95% of snaps.
Ooh, that's a good number.
You
All right.
Was 5% Hill or Taysom Hill?
Actually, probably.
Chris Olave threw another pick.
Actually, Taysom Hill might be. I probably should have picked Hill. He's gonna because
I thought you were gonna-
Kamara's out.
When you were talking about Brissett, I thought you were going to go Michael Wilson.
He's already being played. I thought about Greg Dortch as well.
If
Because
Marvin Harrison
talking
comes
fringe
back-
here. We're
yeah,
talking-
right, but if Marvin Harrison comes back this week, I don't think Michael Wilson's an auto start. I think he's a good play, but I don't think he's an auto start.
all I know is I'm playing Brissett, so they both better do well.
By the way, Luke, your question about Josivac, with T. Higgins out, the most he has, the most yards that he has had with T. Higgins out was, I think, 39 yards. But he's had 4 touchdowns when T. Higgins is out. He had 2 touchdowns against the Chiefs, and he only had 7 yards in the game.
So
I'm not gonna-
we just saw him with Flacco without Jamar Chase, but now we're going to see him with Burrow with Jamar Chase without T. Higgins. I think that's a better recipe than Flacco without Jamar Chase. So, okay. Well, that'll do it for this Thanksgiving episode. Happy Thanksgiving to anyone listening. You guys buy anything on Black Friday early deals yet?
No, they're all scams.
I bought a Bears hoodie.
Jeez.
Comes in tomorrow.
Kind of a short podcast. Should we try to draw it out some more?
It has been an hour and 31 minutes.
Yeah, that
Now,
seems
I
about
mean,
right.
I had to leave time for the ending because, as per his tradition, Ryan wanted to end the podcast with a dramatic retelling of the first Thanksgiving. So, Ryan, go ahead.
Sure. It was a dark and stormy night on the eves of the first moon. The pilgrims were worried that they would not survive.
Were they on Plymouth
winter.
Rock at this point?
Yeah, they were. They got this,
Was there any Klingons there?
I could have been. Could have been. We don't know.
So you're
There
saying
weren't
there
any
could have been
cameras.
aliens at the first Thanksgiving?
There were no cameras, so we're not positive.
All right, thanks for listening. Caleb, thanks for joining. And we will see you guys next week. Ryan, you can tell the story later.
Jeez. I'm done.